Hello, everybody. Welcome to 13 Sentinels. If everything goes according to plan, this will be the final episode of 13 Sentinels.
Final episode. Time is coming to an end. When we prepped everything beforehand. Look at us, we're so cool.
We did last week. So we're going right into it.
Something's off. Ground vibrations detected. I'll send the drones to check it out. Warning. Dymo signatures approaching.
Yeah, it's a gold walker.
How close? How close is it?
What is that? I can't even see the top of it.
Ginormous.
It's gigantic. Guess this is another of their upgrades. Is it related to those four-legged ones? But it's massive. 300 meters in height.
Holy shit!
We've seen. We've gotten too strong. They're trying to restore the balance. Juro's right. This is the system's countermeasure against you, to level the playing field. Wasn't this system supposed to give us an advantage? It's set to a level that makes sure they can compete with us, at least. It could go
So at
either
least
way.
it looks like
What actually happens is all up
they're
to
like,
you.
you are really strong, so we gotta be just as strong.
All we have to do is take them down, right? I'm on it. Hijiyama-kun, just remember, the mission is to protect the terminal.
High Quad EX, yeah.
You have one mission and one mission only.
Destroy the High Quad EX.
Okay, so it's kind of far away. You should take a quick look at like the battlefield. Okay. I'm honestly, actually, if you missile rain could be pretty cool here, but maybe you should do it after getting rid of the armored guys.
What do you mean?
Because I think there's
Oh,
two.
the Aspos?
Yeah, there's two that I can see.
How about like that?
Yeah.
Well, it's not dead, but it's pretty
That's pretty
close.
good. That is pretty good. Yeah, you're taking out. I mean, especially since you got to take out a chunk of them. Oh, he's like
it doesn't reach that one.
just shy. Oh, wait. The other guy. I think you could reach the other guy. I mean, if you want to attack this one too, that's fine. Yeah.
Why?
Well, you could with the.
Oh,
super
he's not
war-
dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Even with the rail gun, you could have hit him. But there you go. You got it with this one. That's good. Very nice.
Interceptors, get out there. Wow, you start with 4%. That's bullshit.
And this is, I don't know if they're high quad or whatever it's called. Does it move towards the?
It's gonna
terminal?
move and it shoots missiles too.
Okay, but it's not like a fast mover.
No. If it was a fast mover, we'd be.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing with the other one, right? Where the other one was like a roller and it rolled pretty fast. Oh, there are a lot of missiles going off. Oh my god.
Signatures approaching. Enemy in range.
What's happening?
It's another EX. Yeah, Aspos EX. That's what I
You
thought.
mother truckers.
Processing is at 95%. Keep the giant Dymos in check and protect the terminal.
Dude,
Okay, yeah,
I fucking knew immediate. What the hell?
Okay.
I knew immediately that some bullshit was about to happen.
Well, good job.
Alright. So the EX ones they're protected by ceramic armor, right? So it needs to be something really heavy that hits it.
I'm assuming that, yeah, the ceramic armor. Yeah. I mean, I don't actually know whether or not. Because I knew the gladiators you needed to do 300 plus, but is that because they were wearing ceramic armor?
Correct. Yes.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know those two, like the terminology that those two are the same.
Yeah. Because it's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same upgrade that we have, right?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Quad
maybe
leg,
you
dude.
like
8
a-
more interceptors. Let's go.
Yeah, you have some people kind of coming in close, like these little fast guys. That's good.
Look at all these motherfuckers just being stunned. You know what? Let's move you a little closer. We're gonna missile raid. Same thing for you. Sentry gun again. All right. Rush attack. Oh, there's a lot
Can't
of.
tell where he's facing. Yeah, and you're getting like, oh, you specifically, Goto's being targeted by the high quad.
Yes, I can see that.
Yeah. So be careful.
I mean, there's not really much else I can do. It's like.
Yeah, I don't know if you can like move behind the.
I mean, I can tackle to like get over here, but then like I have to get back to the.
No, is there a way
anyway.
to go like to the left and then go behind him? Yeah, like right here, like where
I
you're
can do that.
standing.
How's that?
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty
Well,
good.
actually, hold on.
I mean, if you
there you
go
go.
through. Yes.
Now I'm hitting a bunch of people. All right. Oh God!
25 red. Oh my God.
Oh my God! All of the bits. Oh, because they're all twin tails, dude. What the hell? Just gotta rush attack, man. You gotta limiter removal, rush attack.
There's a line behind them too. I think if you want to do that, you're a little too. I mean, it's fine if that's where you're planning on going.
Holy
You got
fuck!
him. Hell yes. You and look, you
That
moved him into
killed
the
them in
perfect
one
spot.
shot. So they must summon more EXs. So now we need to actually start killing people with her, so that way she can get her EX gauge back.
Oh, if you move a little, well, I was gonna be like, you get the missiles, but I guess it's less important than these guys.
Well, I'm gonna do a big pulse anyway. Where's the S post? There you are.
Right in front of you. Yes.
Pretty sure saved his fucking life by doing that freaking. All right, there's another one down.
If you're able to quickly do like, actually no, you go ahead. I've got
We need to get.
Why is it purple? Why is it there's like a purple flashing?
It's for so that's that stops missiles.
Oh, okay.
So like missile rain is still going to be very good for us, but what the hell is that?
Golden? I don't know.
Let's see. The practice round's over.
You're gonna have to like start if you go back over there, you're gonna have to start leaping out to kind of. Oh, no, is that a guy with the shield? Yeah, there's still like a small shielding man.
There's a little Aspros
Remember your training.
Okay. I'm glad because that missile rain will probably take care of like the missiles too, right?
Where's the Aspros?
Is
it dead?
Maybe. I do not see it. It was like because it was straight
right
to the
here,
right of
right?
you. Yeah, I thought so. I mean, maybe your EMP pulse took him out, killed him.
I don't think it does damage. There's got to be another shoe that drops because this is too easy.
Zach, there are way too many. There are way too many circles here now. We are overwhelmed. It's going pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. I still don't know what this golden.
I don't like how the big. I don't know what that is, and I don't like it. I'm just gonna rush attack. I think. What direction are you facing?
He is.
Whatever. I just gotta punch him. I'm just gonna punch him.
I actually can't tell. Yeah, I feel like he's facing up.
Not great.
I don't know
what that pulse is, and I don't like it.
Okay. What now?
Maybe it heals guys. I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Well, actually, maybe you're right. Cause look, didn't she just kill all those fucking guys? Notice how
Oh,
Thugalicious
no.
is in the middle of a bunch of drones?
Yeah.
Huh.
Hmm.
You know what? Let me double check to make sure that this actually doesn't work. Oh, that definitely works.
Wow, that was really good.
All right, so just double demolish your blade. We're just gonna grind it to pieces.
Oh, there's a lot of things. Oh my god, look at all the missiles. So many missiles. This is the only thing that I'm like, oh, you've pushed like all of these guys into the back, and
Don't
now,
worry about it.
There's a lot of stuff happening. Oh my god. I mean, that's a back attack on him.
Oh, it's the fucking the I forgot about the thing in the sky. The purple.
Oh, I mean, oh.
Take it. I won't
Oh, a
back
lot of
down.
stuff's about to happen. That's
Leave it to me. Take that.
nice. Goodbye.
Got one.
And you got rid of 2 more.
Oh!
How hurt is he?
Calm down.
Really?
Oh, he's so hurt. Oh, he's so hurt. I was like, I can't even tell where he is. Oh, dear.
Something I don't understand what happened. Was there a drum that I didn't see?
I don't know, but maybe you should EMP really fast.
Let's see.
Okay, and now getting them
Now
out of
demolish
there.
your blade, which should actually kill it, I think.
Try again.
Confirm termination of High Quad EX Dymo signature.
Yeah, that was... Hell yeah.
There's no way we're done.
Aegis will activate for this terminal soon.
Inaba-san, what's happening?
Gotta stay calm.
The processing is complete. It looks like it worked. The main
They're like, secret 11th battle.
Yes, I mean, they said that there's one terminal left.
Really? You mean we actually won?
I'm sorry, but it's not over yet.
Oh!
But this battle's done.
I didn't have to face the consequences of my foolishness.
That really was the worst.
Hell yeah. See? You gotta love the himbos.
Get away from her!
That was really good.
Please be an S+, come on. That was way too quick is the thing. I don't know if we got enough points.
Oh, 14%.
Hey!
No.
No!
Yeah. Oh, that really sucks.
Yeah, because we didn't kill
I
that many. We didn't kill that many guys.
But also, like, city damage got to 14. I don't even know how I got to 14%.
Missiles,
But,
just tons of missiles everywhere.
Yeah, that sucked. But hey, I will say that
No, we have to. I
I
have to get an S. What the fuck?
well, there's
Overall story progress, 100%. High
There's
school
only one.
battle.
You want to go back here? Go back and get
I
a.
can't believe I actually have
I
to
will
go
say,
back.
I want to say though, like the what is it? How fast you like beat it? I would say that was incredible. Like the speed.
Oh, thank you. I
Would
do
you do
appreciate that. Unfortunately, the game does not.
I know
seem
it didn't
to think
count,
that
which I was like,
matters.
mother trucker. Zach cleared it in like 5 seconds. So, but yeah, you're right. I genuinely don't know how they got hurt. I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ground.
Okay, skip all of this. We already seen it.
See, look, it already starts off fucked up because of the enormous high quad.
We've got. Wasn't it set? Guess there's.
Oh, we AGM.
He's up. He's up. Hut.
get things going.
Action. Sentry gun.
I would say if you're able to try to get the people in the back more quickly too, that'll, you know, keep them from being pushed back when you EMP, you know? And because that usually kind of lets them just get their missiles going.
Where was it? Was it over here or was it on this side?
I think you're right about like where they are. I think where that, I don't know, the S-Boss, like a little bit to the right of that. I think that's where they go.
I gotta tackle moves.
What now?
It's definitely close to these guys. I remember that.
This is all pretty freaky.
I'm gonna try to keep my eye out on the whatchamacallit. Nice, you got it. Actually,
I know
thing
the
doesn't
intercept.
look that often.
But multi-lock is first. Just 'cause.
Maybe you can get rid of more of them a little more quickly.
Hey, it's gonna do another pulse. What does this pulse do? Oh, it is just a bunch of fucking drums. Ugh. My bad. How is
City's
Alice-
already at 95%.
Yes, I said.
How is
like,
it being shot? From
You s-
where?
Saba, do you listen to the words I say? It starts
I
off
heard the
fucked up.
missiles. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the high quad.
No, yeah, when the high quad lands, the area that it lands in is already fucked up.
Oh, okay, okay.
I didn't mean
Okay,
to
so
do that.
okay, our base is 95. I'll try to. I'll keep that in mind.
They ought to be used to fights by now.
Well, you're about to explode.
No, I'll be fine.
Die already! Take it! You like that?
Nice, that's a good chunk of them, and those are the really tiny ones that got pushed back. I don't think those guys will send missiles. Yay! Look at you, you're right there. Nice.
Not throwing away my shot.
Nope.
I'm not gonna throw away my shot.
Main battery railgun. Main battery railgun.
You're a little too far for that one, but what about the left one? I think the left one maybe you could railgun if you want, but this works too.
You're right.
Yes.
See that?
Take that! Enemy down.
I can do this.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, she's like, yeah, she's.
She is
known
on
that-
she is on like the reverse side, which is.
Number 16.
They're like any other
Moving out.
punks.
Oh, that was a back attack you had. Gotta move. Just I couldn't even see it. It was blinding.
Keep this thing moving.
Where's he?
Well,
He's right there.
Fujiyama's like right
He's
there.
so he's also.
Through with me. That ought to nice.
The practice round's over.
Shit.
I think you.
Oh, I was on the opposite side of the river.
Yeah, I was about to say. I feel like
How do I...
something's within. Okay, city's at 94, 93, 92. Wow, that went down like very
A
fast.
lot of missiles, man. There's nothing I can really do about that.
Missiles.
Yeah, see, the twin tails are shooting short-range missiles.
Is that okay?
That's good. I feel like that cleared that up pretty good.
Cannot move.
Why is that? Yeah, weird.
Yeah, locked in place for some reason. Super no why. I can't even tackle.
Where are you?
Oh, look, I just can't use my legs. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's not like you're hurt or anything. Maybe, I don't know, maybe something's keeping you in place somehow. Ooh, things are coming in hot! A lot of stuff is coming in hot for her. Oh dear. For Goto. Oh dear.
Goto's not in this mission.
You're right. I keep on freaking mispronouncing or not saying the right name. I was actually actively thinking about it. It's Ogata. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of missiles on Ogata.
Did I get it? Enemy signal terminated.
Alright, now we demolish her blade. Get rid of this ass post. There you go.
No point overthinking it.
There, now I can move again. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what
This whatever this big range
arc, except for whatever this Pac-Man's shape.
Yeah, whatever this Pac-Man is, that must be the attack.
Yeah.
Super long range missiles to you.
It is a lot of the smaller dudes. I wonder if you can get behind it. Can't. The freaking lines are just. I'm pretty sure you can get behind it.
No,
unless it's like
there's no comfortable way of doing it. I can get out of danger. That's all I need.
Yeah.
I need Thugalicious to get her turn soon, though.
What do I do?
What happened to you?
I've gotta do this.
She's like, it's so scary everywhere. But for some reason, my energy's draining.
Am I tackling or?
Yeah, you can get a back attack. Hell yes.
Thugalicious, where are you?
That's why you said
Thank you.
Thugalicious. City's at 86.
To be fair, it was at 86 like a couple seconds ago, so it's doing pretty well, actually.
As soon as I said 86, it changed to 85. So,
But
still, point relevant. Point relevant. Oh, so close. Oh, no, more just arrived. Yeah, these tiny little units. Just I think as soon as you get rid of most of them, they just replace each other.
This might be it, actually. Very close.
Oh, you're so close. But you're about to get it in 5 seconds. Here you go. It is over. 83.
Oh, fuck you! You see that little piece of shit damage that it did at the very end?
Yeah.
Bullshit. Alright, so that time, that's essentially the same performance.
I feel like you killed more, though.
I killed more things, so there should be more of a combat, or more of a combo bonus, and then we should also get more points for less damage. Still, the idea that the only mission I've had to repeat is the fucking final boss.
Well, we
Look at that piece of shit. All of that damage came from that last little bit.
Hope you're watching out there.
Well, I mean, technically it just helped you level up a little more, right? As well. Hey, Sentinel damage. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, buddy. Hell yes. Okay. Horde of many kaijus will appear.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm wondering No, I know, but I'm wondering then maybe you don't want like a lot of heavy hitters. Maybe you want like more ranged.
No, 1,000,000,000%. There's going to be like 6 EXs. We still haven't seen an EX Gladiator yet.
That is true. That is true.
So we absolutely need some heavy
countermeasures,
hitters.
like you just said. I mean, the team we had before seemed pretty good, right?
Yeah, I agree. I think this team is fucking sick.
I mean, that's who we like revved up, thinking that that the battle before is the final battle anyway. So.
Well, I knew we had 2 left, but yeah. Sentinel upgrade. Who was anybody struggling in that last one? Not really. Well, actually, I guess the.
Oh, really? But you got heavy hits with our like heavy hitters. Heavy hits on them. They got pretty McHurt. Jesus Christ.
She can never run out of energy now.
She better not.
Wow, no special requests, no special anything.
We're up against the wall here. Would really love a clue about what's gonna happen. How much do you know about universal control? Well, it manages the world, right? Keeps things running smooth, keeps us thinking we're from our own eras. So why would it let some crazy disaster like this go unchecked? What? You're saying it's not working? Universal control is still operating. If it wasn't, we wouldn't be getting headlines of this happening around the world.
So, the system doesn't think this is unusual? That's right.
Well, if it was baked into the code.
Checking it against
Right.
the decode.
Because once again, we know that it's because fucking what's his face? Fucking,
What does that mean? Because it's checking it against the decode inside you.
It convinces the system that's a normal process. That's when the Deimos appear.
So the decode is like universal control.
Under attack.
You're fine.
Well,
This is normal.
the decode is literally telling Universal Control, hey, this is a video game.
Yeah.
The mainframe gets taken over before it can even register anything. It forces a manual system reset.
If it was aware of any of this, it'd never let this situation even happen.
It still hasn't picked up on the problem. This whole giant robot apocalypse thing is kind of hard to miss.
No, but it's a machine,
Severs the
so.
link. It can't detect any of this.
So isn't it best to?
Like a doctor's anesthetic before the knife.
Wouldn't it be better to?
And that's why we
Yeah, I was about to say, shouldn't you wake it like, show it that this is actually a problem?
system understand. This is not normal. It's a state of emergency. So how do we do that? I can broadcast
We've just been circling around this map.
by routing the signal through here. I can reconnect the link severed by the Aegis. That should make Universal Control finally realize what's going on. So this was your big fallback plan? Yes. It's the only option.
So we cut off everything just to have this one Aegis
We won't have to fight anymore.
or this one terminal left
Not yet.
to then
You've still
do
got
all this
5
stuff.
minutes and 44 seconds until the mainframe is ready. If the final terminal is taken over before then, when the world gets reset, you'll all vanish along with it. This is the moment of truth. The final battle.
Well, I definitely like being told that this is the final battle.
Please protect us. Oh, he's the fucking defend the terminal until the mainframe. Oh, we have to defend it for fucking 5 minutes.
Is it for 5 minutes, or like, I guess it is just the time, not even.
Oh.
And that's why they're like, oh, giant hordes of enemies, because it's not about
It's just gonna be
who
endless.
you kill. It's about you just have to wait.
Here we go.
Yeah. Do you have anyone that has like a guardian?
Okay.
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
What do you mean that's unfortunate? I can't fucking route for everything.
No, I know. I mean, I wasn't thinking about whether or not anyone had a guardian, but then it popped in my mind. I'm like, a guardian would probably be useful in this, but I mean, I still agree with your sentiment on this is who we've upgraded. It's probably a good idea to. Oh, lovely.
Hello, Golden Wise. Welcome.
Hello, Golden.
These are all twin tails. I need to kill the twin tails.
They're all arranged in an order where if you were like below them, you could snipe them, but that's not happening.
Oh,
Yeah. I can't tell whether or not it's already sending out missiles.
Are those also?
I feel like for down here, you could missile rain at the bottom, but that you're on Ogata, so that's not really applicable at the moment.
I don't disagree. However,
Nice. Oh, so many rockets. Oh dear.
it's gonna be fine.
Do you? No, I know you can EMP, but do you see the number of circles surrounding the terminal
that all hit the terminal at the same fucking time. Yes, I do.
Golden Eye says I recommend trying to stay near the middle.
Why?
I don't know. It's a recommendation. Do you think I have the information? Maybe things move fast. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god, it's definitely summoning a bunch of dudes. No.
If you move a little back, yeah.
Okay. This is going to get very crazy very quickly.
Where are they?
All missiles are now gone. Fucking missile rain! Oh my god! Go! We don't have time! Multi-lock missiles!
Oh my god.
Holy shit, dude!
For 5 minutes?
Are you shitting me? Really? How the fuck am I supposed to do that?
I mean, do you want to take out
Sorry,
the guy
the air pressure keeps changing in my apartment, so my door is rattling as I'm yelling like a lunatic. I'm just gonna demolish your blade, your ass. Just die. There you go. 14k damage. Eat that.
Unbelievable. I'm acting like an amateur.
You always are. Get over here. We got a big man.
The last adjustments are going smoothly.
Hell yeah.
How much longer?
There's
so many guys.
Oh dear.
Missile rain, go! Wait, what happened to the last missile rain? Did it work?
I mean, it hit people, but like, they're like a lot of people are being shielded. I think so. It's
I can't really do much about that.
I know. You may need to EMP again soon.
A billion missiles pointed directly at my guy.
My boy.
My boy, my son. I have 3 uses left. Sure, go EMP. Why not?
Enemy on the move.
Oh, lovely. Look at all those guys.
Missile rain! Oh my god, they're so close.
I think the EMP is a good idea. Good job.
So practice round's over.
It's a fucking
Yeah, you may just have to like
mission,
tackle
dude.
your way through the horde.
Yeah, I'm saying literally just like linebacker charging my way through battle. I can't do anything else because there's too many guys. So I guess you were kind of right. I guess I should have just brought more AoE people.
Well, yeah, I guess there you go.
I absolutely thought it was going to be. So can I tell you what I thought it was going to be? I thought it was going to be, hey, beat one of every enemy as an EX, but it like summons in at like intervals. You know what I mean? Like I thought that's what it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a boss fight.
Does that sound like like releases tons of hordes of enemies?
Yeah, because I thought it was going to be like, I thought it was going to be like, all right, here's the EXG Molar with like 40 EXG Molars. Here's the EX Twin Tail with 40 EX Twin Tails. You know what I mean? Like I thought it was going to be that. Not literally just random bullshit go. Go again! We need more sentries! More sentries! Missile rain! Missile rain, we need you! I can't tell which are my circles and which are theirs. Oh my god!
My god!
What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Christ!
Land, bitch! Oh my god, did you see all the missiles that I just... The game is starting to lag. The hell? Oh, you're a high quad that's summoning a bunch of dudes. Okay. Well, get over there, I guess. I don't know. We're dancing now.
Okay, what's the plan?
Well, at least we could say we technically already had to redo a thing, so we could redo this, I guess, if we wanted to.
But I don't even know what I don't even know what strategy I would do differently.
Not throwing away my shot.
This missile rain again, I guess. Like, what else am I supposed to fucking do?
Processing is halfway done.
What?
We've all come so far.
Halfway done.
What the fuck do you mean halfway done?
Wow, this is, we're having a rough time here, yeah.
It's just so many dudes.
Try not to end up in, like, a...
I don't have options. I have to just, straight up, I literally just have to be tackling through as many people every turn as I possibly can with these guys. Man, as soon as I run out of EP for these two to do missile rain, we're fucking gonna die.
Because there's so many...
Delicious, hurry up!
You don't really know who to,
Intercept.
like, go after, you know?
Sentry gun
They're
again.
close.
I can't believe our systems are still at 100%, though. That is very funny.
Hey, I think that's an
Oh
accomplishment.
my god! Look at all of the people.
Remember your training.
Missile ring, go! Oh my god, the map, dude! Look at the mini-map!
I cannot tell what's happening.
I can't fucking see anything. Oh no, the city's at 80%? Oh, how could I have possibly done anything different?
How could I have possibly predicted?
Where the hell did you get all of this EP from?
Maybe she killed a bunch of people in the last
I mean,
one.
she must have killed a bunch of people. She's shooting missile rain every 2 seconds.
See? Who knew? I don't know if it was you, Golden Wise, who was like, missile rain's funny, but not that useful. Hell, no, it is like... It is
Missile rain
saving grace right now.
is single-handedly keeping us afloat right now.
Okay, let's do this.
Multi-lock! Go!
I can't tell how many... Like, it doesn't feel like...
I'll try.
Oh my god, we're out
Doesn't
of
feel
that,
like
right?
what?
No, it's hard to tell whether or not we're actually doing, like killing people, you know?
Well, because everybody's fucking flying now. Distance launcher. What is a distance? Oh, it has a minimum distance. So, like, this would be fine.
Probably, yeah.
So many things are taking 0
That
damage.
was really nice. Hell yeah.
What next?
acting like an
there's
amateur.
Like some that are getting kind of close. I can't tell if the ones that are kind of close are armored or not, and they're flying, so it's like you.
I'm gonna have to EMP, but like, what else can I do?
Yeah, those guys like right below you. Yeah, that sucks. Those guys are all armored. Oh, gotchas.
Final processing at 75%.
Fucking really?
We're in the final stretch.
See, look, it's doing 0 because of the armor. God dang it.
How about it?
Missile rain.
Fucking try it again. All right. we now have 16 interceptors out. I'm shooting missile rain all over these motherfuckers. Come on, dude. Come on.
That's good. You got a little bit of a parameter.
Parameter?
Parameter? I don't know. Yeah,
No, that's not what I meant! I wanted to get the hot quad! That's okay, I still got it. You hear the music?
Oh, yeah.
That's how you know that this battle's intense. They start doing vocals. By the way, the minute that this... Oh, because I was just doing, what you calls it over and over. Mm-hmm.
If you're able to kill, remember, if you can kill, that'll help her get stuff back.
True. I don't know if she has...
I think the guy you were... Keep rotating. Rotating, keep rotating, keep rotating, keep rotating, keep rotating, keep rotating. Keep rotating. Like, that guy's almost dead.
Okay, I mean, sure. Oh, that's a gladiator.
But that's definitely useful to know, actually.
I want to shoot a bunch of missiles.
You are about to be hit. That's gonna suck. Well, I guess now you can, if you see any gladiator, they're all blue. It's hard to see anything.
Everything's blue.
All the mechs are blue.
All the mechs are blue.
And this guy's definitely
Holy fucking shit.
Oh dear. I mean, if you're able to get any, like, as many missiles in the air as possible, that's also pretty good.
But I can't, like, can I zoom? No.
I don't think
so. Oh, I can zoom in.
I mean,
I can't zoom
you can
out
zoom
anymore.
in. I think you had a lot. Oh, I mean, that's also a lot.
There's a lot. It's
a lot of
this
everything.
is not me yelling at you. This is me just stating the statement of there is a lot of everything everywhere. All right. Did you just say I beat a kaiju? I beat a kaiju. Good job.
I think she's beat a ton of kaijus at this
I'm about
point.
to say, I like how the voice lines don't update with the fact that she is a god killer. Missile rain can take out other missiles, by the way, so like that's kind of nice.
No, I've been seeing it. That's been pretty good.
It's extremely important. All right. So I don't know. Like I'm running out of little dudes, so I'm just gonna start spreading high. Okay, never mind that. Just 2 seconds. What do you guys do? You guys are both flyers? Not you though.
Not that one guy. Ooh.
Stop worrying about
I'm worrying about me.
Yeah, there is
Still not used to this thing.
Yeah,
Just
do
fly
not
over
click
here.
repair. That gladiator is really close.
That I can't do anything about that gladiator.
Once
So.
you get Fuyusaka, you can does her what is it? Railgun hurt the gladiator?
Fuyusaka does not have a railgun.
No, sorry, you're on Tomi right now.
Correct.
Yeah, does her railgun do damage to gladiator?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, nice. Well, I was about to say for Fuyusaki, you can put down a healing thing.
Good idea. Very, very good idea. Alright. Is there anything I can hit?
I would get him towards the gladiator, maybe.
I'm about to say, I think you might be right.
You can just straight line it, though.
You can use EMP weapons to stall them. I mean, that is true, but, like, the only person who I have that has any EMP weapons is Tomi.
My God, you're so close!
Hold on.
Yes!
Not gonna save her life, but it's gonna be pretty nice. Practice round's over.
These are all flying dudes, which that's unfortunate. And if I remember correctly, leap attack doesn't do anything, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. No fight I can't win.
Go!
There's that's a second gladiator right there.
Yep.
Oh my God, my God!
Emergency escape preparations complete.
Oh!
Okay.
Universal control suspended. Interlocutor. Link disconnected.
But now she has to... Oh my god. Our own vision. Oh my god.
What happened? I don't see anything. Where is everyone?
Right here.
I can't tell what's going on outside. How about you?
Same here. My Sentinel's not responding.
I can't even get out of mine.
So now they're in the pods.
Relax, everyone.
Tsukasa Okino? You're alive?
And not just me.
They're in the same place.
Mouse-on's safe too.
Mouse-on.
Even if she's still out cold.
Because she was
so long.
So we were right. So we were right. She was the 15.
I know you've all been assuming these are the Sentinel cockpits, but they're not. They've always been something else entirely.
Then, where are we?
If my communications are reaching you, that means you're now outside Universal Control.
You're saying we're out of that virtual city space? Does that mean this is the real world? Real world? What are you talking about? The 5 sectors you know? They're artificial worlds. We've been living in a virtual reality.
So what? Okay, so the whole game was the Matrix.
I don't understand, because like you can have like a physical planet and have more like augmented reality, right? So I guess it's not even that. It's all like all of it was virtual.
Back in reality.
But like, okay, we have a lot to talk about, so we'll do this.
The whole point of interstellar development, wasn't it?
Yeah, Natsuno's, yeah.
This is a whole different planet. And I think we're in one of the 5 sectors. Almost, Tamiguchi-kun. This isn't Earth.
Well, that's fine.
It's a residential district at ground level.
That we
I
know.
think it's a pod facility where we've all been sleeping. So, does that mean everything up until now was just one big illusion?
Even if that's true, what we lived was real.
Okay, I don't care what she's saying. That's fine, I guess.
Was real. This was Fluffy's plan all along.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, Izumi's plan. The one he brought from the ruined world.
He was trying to get everyone out? I don't...
It was your only chance. No other escape plan had any possibility of survival. By reconnecting the terminal link, the mainframe detects abnormal conditions. It then initiates the emergency escape procedure. That's what he found out.
So that was 426's plan.
So, okay, we were... there was a bit of right about 426 knew the way out.
You weren't ready to live outside of the pods.
What? Is that what this cockpit was for?
You couldn't survive outside that environment. Your bodies needed conditioning to sustain your lives unaided. It was a very long process. We had to give you all the preparation time you needed.
But why insert them into a virtual reality?
Are we done cooking in here? Can we get out yet?
Yes. The growth process has finally come to an end. So what happens to everyone else back in the city? I knew you would ask me about that. It's part of why I didn't explain the details.
She's like, they're not real.
They are not human. They only exist within
Yeah.
the simulation. All 1.2 million people. Everyone who lived in those sectors. They were all AI. Created and managed by Universal Control. That's not going to be easy to accept. If it's any comfort to you, the professors
I'm not real either.
They haven't been
I will say the only person that like we kind of have any connection to is what is it? What's her name?
What was
Um,
this whole interstellar development project
No.
for? Was all the stuff with the kaiju part of the
Chubby
plan?
girl.
Testing us?
Oh,
I don't remember her name.
It might have been because of the old me. The Ryoko Shinonome of 2188 tried to sabotage the plan. Maybe that's why the Daimos appeared.
Oh my god, Shinonome.
She was sick of humanity. Sick of the despair.
so I wanted to kill everyone.
I don't like, pause for it. It wasn't she was sick of humanity.
I can't pause.
She was pissed off because she was pissed because Ida. Because of
Correct.
Ida.
Yes.
Okay?
So what can we expect from this new planet? I think we're due some basic information if we're going to live here.
It is approximately 1,200 light years from Earth, in the direction of the Virgo constellation. The planet is RS-13 Alpha. It has 2 moons. The time elapsed since departing the solar system is...
Okay,
That's gonna be, it's gonna be, that would have been a crazy big amount of info.
If you say so.
They're all gonna like leave the pods and they're all just
This
naked.
will be your new Earth.
Where are they gonna find clothes?
The satellite's about
Or
to hit in
anything,
the
to be
atmosphere.
honest.
In a couple moments, you'll lose your connection to the command ship. But before that, please allow me to offer a word of apology. I believed this plan would be impossible. After all, some of you had never even piloted a Sentinel before. I thought I would just throw everything into the plan. That way I could at least end this with no regrets. But, against all odds, you pulled it off. No matter how far technology may come, it's humanity who always seems to make miracles come true.
I like to take that phrase and be like, sure, that's what I took away from this.
Your pods. I can't talk to you anymore. But I'll always be watching over you from my place in the sky. Don't ever forget that.
If you're watching this footage, that means Project Ark was a success. You have left Earth behind. But you are now on a planet terraformed to be a second Earth. Probes were scattered into space in search of viable planets. I can't say how far your planet is from Earth, but even the closest candidate planet is 12 light years away.
Okay, so
It
we
may have been
went
tens
way past
of
that.
thousands of years. It's likely an even more astronomical amount of time has passed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, by the time you watch this, humanity will have gone extinct. In the end, we couldn't save Earth from ruin. But you are our reincarnations, our successors. And you
So are they in clone bodies or?
They are still clone bodies.
Having reached 18
Yeah.
years of age, you'll now undergo a 2-year program of special training. This will give you some vital knowledge for daily life and future development. Once you're finished with that program, you can finally take your first steps into your new home.
Was that the 2-year training program? Was the simulation?
No, I don't think so.
Hello, everyone. I am Tamao Kurabe. My specialty is AI, and that's what I'll be providing in this program. As I've been asked, I'll provide what explanation I can.
Maybe it is.
We're transporting a massive cache of genetic information to the new world. There will be cloning and species restoration efforts for all kinds of flora and fauna.
Wow, that's a lot.
including humans.
Yeah.
The 15 of you, however, will be direct descendants, generated from those who survived this ordeal. Together, you will rebuild the human race.
Can't believe one of those people is an assassin.
While the flood
That's still so stupid.
their own devices, we cannot say the same of you remaining humans. After all, what makes us human is the succession and evolution of our culture and knowledge. These you will inherit from us and cultivate. While you grow and gestate within your life pods, you will be dreaming and learning
Got it. Okay, so actually that was the special training.
until at last
Okay, so I was right.
years of
But once again, the special training thing got hijacked and Universal
By
controlled.
infinitely repeating Daimos video game.
a dream come true.
Yeah, but it didn't know something was wrong. So
Correct.
that's why it kept happening and happening until like it was
Please
deteriorating
weaving
like
the
them and stuff like that.
keep the history of humanity alive.
And I guess they needed to stay within the simulation
Those videos just now.
for some reason because their bodies were
Play if everything
Not
went
ready.
according to plan.
Well, I know, but it's like, sure. I guess they needed to. I'm just gonna.
It's so dark.
Yo, we get to see this. This is cool.
Where is everyone?
Here.
Oh God.
Slowly.
Why does it have to be her?
Because she's Karabe's love.
No, shut up. Okay?
Everyone's already outside.
That didn't happen, okay? It's parental love, okay? It's the only thing I'm willing to accept.
Definitely not true. They're definitely going to flop.
No, you need to shut up, okay?
This must be the real you, Yakushiji.
Surprisingly, looks exactly the same.
Now I can feel you next to me.
Very Adam and Eve, obviously, but I do like how it's just like, all right, we're just gonna not give you any clothes.
Real skin.
I mean, I was right about that. They walked out. I was like, they're gonna be just naked coming out.
What do we do now?
Let's go join the others. This plan was meant to save the human race. We already know what we're going to do now.
Oh, look how pretty.
Okay. So it's actually already been wildly
terraformed. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I think also.
So the planet's probably been ready for a long time.
Maybe. I don't know how much like the process of like the humans getting ready versus the terraforming is the difference. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just so
we have to do all of the reading too.
No,
by the way,
I know.
Yeah.
So what I was saying the last minute was like I don't understand why they needed to be in the simulation, like in tandem.
So the
their bodies could be ready, but why not just like take them out of the simulation and have them like sleep or something until their bodies were developed?
Well, because so the idea was that they gain consciousness. There's a little epilogue in a bit too. Okay, so we'll pay attention for that. But so my understanding is that the gestation is until their bodies are 18 years old, right? And then that's when they gain consciousness for the first time. However, they're then immediately put into a simulation, which allows them to simulate the 18 years of like normal society. So that way they can like integrate knowledge and culture and stuff like that along the way.
Reasonable.
So that way they're not just like test tube babies, like homeschooled test tube babies.
Yeah.
Casting assistants, AI addiction.
Okay, what's happening now?
Reboot complete. Universal control appears to be operating normally.
Things seem fine here as well. The terminal connected without any issues.
Sector 4 has come back online.
I knew you could do it.
So is this in the simulation
This must,
now?
well, it must be.
I'm glad I gave you full control.
Tommy, I have to know. I assumed you'd hate me after everything. That you'd think me a monster.
I was alone after I shifted to the command ship. But in my darkest
So I went as
hour,
crazy as you.
whose ID I relied on?
Shu Amiguchi's.
Because no matter what form he takes, there's one man I've always counted on. It's you, Ida-kun. It's always been you. Don't you know that by now?
All I ever wanted was to be with you.
So he went
If it's possible, I'd like
Maniac.
to join you. Wherever you are.
You'd come here? That would be great. But maybe it should wait until after all the sectors are back.
Is that all? I'll have it done in a heartbeat. You doubt me?
No doubts at all, Ida-kun. The man I fell in love with can do anything. The command
Blush.
ship is about to cross the horizon.
because this was the original Tomy that was brought back.
Yeah.
That's into
Correct.
yeah.
For another 14 hours.
Yes. But until we're cut off, could I hear you sing again?
Okay.
So the simulation's still just kind of going, even though
Yes.
the people
Well,
aren't in
it
there anymore?
reset.
Look at that. Never thought I'd be back here. You really never cease to amaze me. How's life on the outside?
Oh, they're just able to come back in.
Simulation.
Oh, okay.
It's been 5 years.
Established above ground. Somehow, we've achieved some measure of stability.
The facilities are now operational. We're learning all kinds of.
There's 15 of you.
Ryoko and I have a new project. We're looking into using the pods to recreate the people of this city.
Okay.
We found research notes from Ryoko Shinonome, the genetic engineer. Now we know enough to manipulate
Okay.
genetic information. It's definitely possible. Don't you agree? Sounds familiar.
Why is she
From
blushing?
before the plan, right? I suppose she was working on something like that. So you want to use the pods to make AI into true humans? I don't know.
Fucked up in its own way, but okay.
But even if it takes years, we want them to see the second Earth. We'd welcome them.
I mean, I guess it's very nice of you to think about it like that.
Fine. I guess I won't need to step in and lead you after all. I've heard a lot about you, Professor. Could we ask you to review our research? Well, I suppose you did win the bet. Fine. I can manage a peer review.
Thank you, Professor Morimura.
Is he back here too?
Yes. Miura is also here.
Then
Oh,
I'm
she's
going
like
to have to
brother.
visit him. We're family, after all.
Please, wait. Allow us to accompany you. Let's go, Ryoko.
Yeah.
I feel weird seeing this now. Oh, it was her!
Miwako, that's what it was.
Iori-chan? Miwako?
But so they don't know though. That like the world is still running on like Universal's controls. Like you're all having a normal day. You don't know it. Like the AI doesn't know anything's happening. Yeah.
It's a crying mess too. I'm just really glad to see you, Miwako. What do you mean? I really, really missed you. You're acting so strange, Usami-chan. Hey, Miwa-chan. Let's go out to eat. Any of your favorite places. Yeah, our treat. What? What's going on? Oh, Nenji-kun.
Hey, Miwako. Long time no see. Whoa. Usami,
What?
this is how you used to look?
Why? Falling.
Oh, it's because they changed.
Jeez.
Oh, and I was wondering why they didn't look different. But obviously, I think it would
Remember
make
how
sense
you
going
used to
back
be
in
so
here.
flat?
Man, am I lucky you filled out.
What the fuck? Oh, because it's been 5 years, remember?
Yeah.
So
no,
we
I
did
know.
the
And
next.
I was wondering why they don't look different because it's like 5 years later. But I'm like, I think it's because Universal Control is like, this is what you looked like in
This
in
is
our
what you would
simulations,
have
you
looked
to
like
do
in
it.
this time.
Yeah.
Interesting. Forgot you were.
They've got kids? What?
Over here, Miwa-chan.
I feel like I missed something right there.
That about? Nothing. Usami-chan, come on. Sorry. Where did A go? You know, he's never been great with this stuff. Antisocial as always, huh? He said
He's
he
an
was gonna
assassin.
hang back and monitor everyone's pods. Oh well. Are you two saying you both have boyfriends now? What? No, of course not. Don't worry about all that, okay? Today's just for us girls. What do you feel like eating?
Well, there you go. All's well that ends well.
I was like, why is Ogata in here? He's just like, I want to see Tomi.
Oh man,
Oh my god.
I was inside your nano machines. Of course I'd be here. That's how I came out of the pod with you too.
What?
We'd never have come so far without you, Izumi-san.
That's crazy.
After all you did to get the new facilities up and running.
Hey, come on, man. Remember, I'm Kyuta Shiba here.
Got it. Shiba-kun.
Yeah, but no one could have seen you before. So do you exist now?
Everything's back how it used to be.
Still, there are definitely gonna be some inconsistencies. We basically forced a reset to right before the disaster.
You worry too much, Juro. Inconsistencies aren't a big deal. Universal Control can handle that stuff.
I guess so.
My data's all in this place now anyway. So you're gonna be on your own from now on.
I know.
Oh yeah, almost forgot. The one I got today is gonna blow your mind. What do you say? Movie night?
Of course.
Oh no. Please.
Wow. I guess I didn't realize how rugged you'd become in these last 5 years. You're so
I'm not sure. She's seen him in like multiple stages, right? She's seen I thought she's seen Izumi.
Frickin' gross.
Oh,
Is that
cat.
why you two came back here? To slobber all over each other? Barf. Cooing over each other like brain-dead lovebirds.
Ugh.
Izumi-san,
Ugh, this is so boring.
please. Do you really have to act like that now?
Ah, fine. Guess I'm just a third wheel here anyway.
Shiba-kun, you should come over to our house later.
I'll have a feast ready.
You know I love
A
that.
digital feast. That doesn't matter.
You'd better show up tonight.
Ugh. What makes me feel bad is I don't like it. Like, and I think that's the only thing that's like really bothering me. It's like I want to like it, but that no, I can't do that. Yay, Mira!
Hey, Nenji. I certainly remember that hairstyle.
Best one there is. You waiting for Natsuno?
Yes, we're supposed to meet up here.
Yeah, I can see it. Gonna be wrapped around her little finger for life.
Oh my god.
Ogata!
Do you think he'll like hug and be like, oh my god, I actually missed you?
Up, asshole. We're gonna settle this beef once and for all.
Wait a minute. Really? You've been waiting all this time? For me?
Yeah.
God damn it. That's the most beautiful shit I ever heard.
What the hell's your problem?
Why is Ogata the best
Watching it,
character?
dude. God, it's good to see you too, man.
I'm gonna punch your leg.
See? Look at it. This is the best part.
Give me your best shot. Anything you want, man.
Hey, boss. I think he's crying. Ogata. You okay, man? You didn't eat something bad, did you?
Sorry to keep you, Keitaro-kun.
Natsuno-san,
I just had to stop by the lockers.
your eyes are red. Were you crying?
Well, yeah, 'cause I finally got to see him again.
Oh my god, BJ's alive!
He was restored? With everything he had before the erasure?
It's BJ, all right. And he's got all his data. The same data that we're still using today. He's always been saving us.
We've only been able to return here thanks to you. We owe you so much.
I love you are the incredible ones.
Mira, how would you like to enter my nanomachines and go to the outside world?
You'd take me? Yeah, BJ. I've got room for you in my nanomachines too. Maybe. Let me think about it. Well, for now, should we get going?
So, where are you taking me today?
I'm taking you home. It's about time you met my parents. They've got to meet my future husband.
What? Right now?
Not John.
Oh, this is super cute.
Yuki-chan, did you just get here?
Konatsu was so fussy today. Took forever to get into the pod.
'Cause Konatsu loves Mommy so much.
She looks just like you, you know? Spitting image of you when we were kids. When I look at her, sometimes I feel like
I think that's
she's
yeah.
as much your kid as mine.
Well, I don't know if I had any hand in it.
Anyway, I heard the news. Finally getting hitched, huh? Gotta say, Keitaro needs to unclench a little.
I'm just trying to take this seriously. This is a chance to take responsibility.
Oh, he's so cute.
Take it more seriously than somebody I know. Okay, so when's the big day?
Probably speaking about Amaguchi.
Yeah.
Because that makes sense.
Wow, meeting the in-laws. Man,
And
now
technically-
that takes me back. I wonder how your mom's doing. Let's
It's
go
weird,
see
but
her.
What about you, Kun?
Miura's met her via Yuki-chan, I guess, in a weird way.
Yuki! Here you are.
Amiguchi-kun.
Oh, come on. We came out all this way and you're still mad? Nothing even happened.
Did you seriously hit on Shinonome-san?
After all this shit about always being on the ladies' side, too.
Would you hit on Shinonome out of everyone?
Crap from Tetsuya Iida's memories.
I don't want to hear it.
Oh, maybe.
Konatsu's
I mean,
all
I don't know.
need.
Yeah, you're right. I've been a real idiot. Now I've got a wife and daughter I'd give anything to see happy. I'd never find anyone better than you anyway.
This is really sappy.
Or any other.
I think that's the point, though, is that it works.
I
on
know,
her.
I know. Oh.
I've been wanting to show you my place here.
Well, too bad. I'm going to Nachon's place. Let's go.
Give me a call later. I'll come pick you up on the bike.
Go on, Yuki-chan. You should spend some time with him.
Fine. If you really think so, Nachon. I'll give him a call. Maybe.
I like the pose.
Okay,
who are we missing? Okay.
Yeah, let's say. Well, there's still a few left. I'm trying to think of like who didn't end up dating anybody. I don't think there's anybody.
It's still the place we know.
Well, Goto. They already did Goto and Shinonome, so like, that's.
Oh yeah, neither of them. Well, actually, wait, they're not together, are they? I don't think so.
No. Because I think Goto still likes Moimura. He's like, obviously she's not around in the same way.
Well, wouldn't they? But that's Fuyuzaki.
No, I know, and they don't. Those two don't like each other. And then Shinonome, I think, kind of fell off after Ida, so I'm not sure.
I think you're a real playboy now.
Finally here, Okino. As usual, you're
Oh my.
Dressed up as a thing.
Adorable. You're back in the Kiriko-chan dress.
What's the matter, Hijiyama-kun?
A dress isn't enough to get a rise out of me anymore. It's been 5 whole years, you know? I've come a long way.
You still don't get it? Come on, think about it. This is a virtual world. It's not just the clothes. I can be whatever I want here.
What? Wait, you...
Oh my god.
Hey, check if you want.
These two are weird.
What? Now, of all times, you lose that confidence?
You absolute cad! You know that's not the issue here. Ugh. What am I supposed to do?
My Takatoshi-san. You really do like Okino-kun, don't you?
I don't know about that.
Well, this is a Takatoshi-san.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
2 Tamao-sans?
Is this 426?
This is number 18.
So she's the Tamao-san from the loop before us.
Her mind is housed inside this android. It's not like she's a stranger, so I brought her back too.
What a... That's weird.
How do you do? So you're the other me. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Well, anyhow, no point just standing around here. Let's go outside. You seriously?
They're the first two that, like, we've seen, two of the same person together at the same time.
Comes to dates, but this is just sad. Or were you gonna jump her?
You really are positively shameless, aren't you?
Ah, well, I suppose I'd better step in. Here, if you want to know where couples go, I'll show you around. Number 18, Tamao-san's all yours.
We'll be just fine.
Wait a minute, what's all this about couples?
Come on, let's go.
Why should I listen to you?
Stop being...
What's at the fucking... Why should I listen to you?
I don't quite understand. I don't know what it was like for all of you. Or... maybe I just want to know what really came of all our efforts. Then...
But this is the Tamao-san from outside. Oh, okay. I feel like this makes a little more sense now to me.
It took an incredible amount of time, but... what they achieved truly was... a miracle.
Okay. Did we get most people? Who are we missing now? Okay.
Sorry to keep
Chiba.
you waiting. What's up, Miss
Oh.
Morimura?
So, what is this about? I hope you have an explanation, Juro.
Oh, these two were into each other. Him being like, okay, this makes more sense.
Promise.
To say.
I told you I'd rescue you. You still remember?
Yes. I remember.
I know it took a while, but I was hoping we could have a fresh start.
A fresh start?
Yeah. Didn't we make another promise? We said once the dust finally cleared, we'd talk, right?
I remember that too.
There was one more thing. You probably don't remember this one, so I'll just say it again. I love you.
That I don't remember.
Well, he did just say it.
But I remember being in love with you. I'd never forget that.
I mean, I don't understand the reason why they transform back into their teenage selves, but sure.
The end. Wow.
It was 99% good. The 1% we all know about, but I can't do anything about that. Ending entry.
Has been added to the
Additional
event archives.
characters?
Additional characters can now be viewed in the event archives. You can now restart each protagonist story from the beginning at the protagonist selection screen. The 4th area of destruction has been unlocked. Save your current progress.
Yes. 100%, 96.
What the fuck
We're
is
not done
96?
yet, Zach. I think
The
that's
fuck is
probably just the
96?
mystery points. It's probably just the mystery points and like unlocking, making sure.
Oh, that'd be red. Oh no, sorry, it's analysis. Sorry,
No, it is-
remembrance
yeah,
is
yeah.
story.
Wow, who is? Yeah, oh, never mind. No, I understood it incorrectly. Android. 120 years, impressive.
Oh my god.
Mother trucker magical gun.
All right, we will get to all these in a bit. Oh shit.
98. Probably like 2 left or something.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Oh my god. Oh, there's one.
Now you unlock the endless mode of destruction. Awesome. Goto's notebook. The rental agreement.
Yeah.
The truth. 0 MP. Holy shit. Okay, well.
Pretty.
All right,
Aw.
I'm gonna read this. The place they reside in is now planet RS-13 Alpha, 1,200 light years from Earth, following the Virgo constellation. It has been 20 million years since the probes departed Earth. So we were correct when we were like, I think it's actually been like fucking hundreds of thousands of years.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
When the terraforming of the new planet was finished, the cloning process from the DNA of the 15 began in the facility.
Well, there
area.
you go.
So
they did
the city that the 15 believed to be reality was simulated environment in digital space, while in reality their true bodies were gestating in growth pods. The nanomachines in their brains made their experiences feel real. These are the experiences of 15 children who ventured forth into the undiscovered land 20 million years after humanity initiated Project Ark on the brink of extinction. After millennia of wandering through space, they finally found a new home.
Okay.
So, can I... Okay, I want you to... Shit. So, obviously, the original intention was to sit here and kind of read through all these things But can I be real with you? And maybe like because we still have to do like our full like digestion of 13 Sentinels, right?
Yeah.
I know that the stuff in the simulation mattered in the sense that like the stuff that they did in the simulation allowed them to leave the simulation finally. However,
yeah,
it is kind like I don't know. It is kind of fucked up to me that like in actuality, the only stuff that actually quote unquote mattered was the stuff, the 2188 stuff, right? And then them leaving the pods, because everything else in between was just simulated, right? Like there is like if you have a simulate like okay, so here's another one. If it's all a simulation anyway, right? Why were the sectors limited to 30 kilometers?
I don't understand the time. Yeah, that's a little weird because I was thinking to myself that, oh well, the reason why they couldn't get out was because
they were trapped in the video.
No, I know that, but it's like Universal Control, I think, has a set amount of time before obviously they're supposed to leave, but because of the Dynamos happening, it like resets that.
Well, it never gets to phase. It never gets to phase 3, where phase 3 is where it releases them.
Yeah. So it never manages to actually finish because it keeps on resetting itself. But you're right. Technically speaking, why not just have Earth? I guess maybe they were saying there wasn't enough like cache or like whatever
like enough processing
available.
power. But like
maybe.
But I guess that's my point where it's like, remember when Amaguchi gets to the end of the thing and it just turns into like an infinite like replicating thing of just like scaffolding or whatever? You could very easily just have the map loop and then just like make it so that way it's like, oh,
maybe that was an aesthetic choice that they were just like, oh look.
Well, I mean, I think it's a red herring. I think the game designers purposely put that in there to make you think that it was like a space station or something, when in actuality it's all just a simulation to begin with. You know?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Like I don't know. I find that to be misleading in a way that doesn't feel super satisfying, but at the same time it's just like it's weird because like the game clearly wants to lead you down the line of it's time travel, right? But it's actually not time travel.
We're in like a giant.
It's
like,
a giant
space.
Yeah, exactly. A giant space station or a giant whatever that's like being manipulated. Yeah. But then, actually, it's not either of those things. You're in Matrix pods, which, once again, I want to point out, if you go all the way back to episode 1 when we first started this game, like fucking 3 months ago or 4 months ago or whatever, one of the first movies, because remember, you have to start with Juro, right? One of the first movies that's mentioned in Juro's prologue is The Matrix.
Which, okay, I guess, foreshadowing. They were
right,
like,
so it's like, okay, so it is straight up just The Matrix.
Yeah. I guess it's a little different, though. I mean, it's not, your point still stands, but because I don't remember the rules of The Matrix, but did The Matrix, like, loop?
Not really. Like the idea was that if the simulation in the Matrix ever needed to do any like grand changes, it would just do them, and everybody in the Matrix would just accept it as reality. Like you wouldn't even notice that something different had happened.
Yeah, so it's essentially, if you boil it down to
there's definitely not like the whole looping aspect. That's not a big part of the Matrix. Yeah. The part of the Matrix is the idea of like the real world versus the simulated world or whatever. But at the same time, it's just like, I don't know. That like I don't know. Do you not feel the same, I guess, in terms of like I feel like a large majority of like, sure, the character interactions were real because they were real people interacting with hyper advanced AI. So it might as well have just been reality. But at the same time, it's like I feel like nothing really matters. And that sucks, I guess.
I mean, I'm probably not as, I think, negatively affected as you. I think the stuff they did towards the end, I'm like, okay, it feels like you're remedying, like you're making up a little bit for what's happening. It is just, there's a lot riding, and this may be what's affecting, there's a lot riding on this whole simulation fact, right? The whole thing of like, we're just gonna die, this like Daimos code infected, you know, the whole simulation, it keeps on repeating. Like the amount of importance on the simulation is really massive. Where in reality, I guess one of my things, like maybe this could apply to what you were saying, where it was, I don't understand why not just like, if they've been in this and who knows, maybe Universal Control was fooled and it never thought like they spent like any time, like as soon as
I think that is the thing. It never reaches phase 3. It loses the game and then just resets phase 2.
So I'm like, that's kind of just sucky, I guess. Yes. But I don't know. I guess I'm a little over it in the aspect. I'm like, fine, okay.
No, but I mean, I guess that's kind of my point, where it's just like, I don't know. There was all this stuff where it's like, the project was never realistically meant to loop that many times. We understand that. Like, hypothetically, the project was supposed to loop no times, right?
Yeah, you were just supposed to go through the sectors or something, and then
So, I guess like, who was the bad guys in this again? Like, I'm trying to think of it, because, like, Ida was trying to manipulate the loop because he wanted to create a world that he wanted.
Where he wanted with Homie.
But that wouldn't have mattered anyway, because you would have reached the end of the simulation and then you would have been booted out to reality.
Was it Okino? Like, truly, because Okino.
No, because Okino didn't do that. Okino didn't do that on purpose. Okino used it because remember, Okino used.
No, it was inadvertently by
right, but Okino.
Code.
No, the bad guy would be Shinonome, because Shinonome is the one who activated the video game portion of the code. Okino just used the hyper advanced AI from the video game simulation and cranked it up to 11 for the project. Like, that's what Okino did. Shinonome was the one who was like, "Fuck all you people," and flipped the switch so that way the robots would attack.
Okay, so it's like, in reality, Okino inadvertently put something
Okino was a fool for doing that.
Yeah, it put in the simulation, to which Shinonome screwed up and essentially got them in this whole mess, right? Is that what that is?
I think arguably it is Shinonome's fault, because like the Shinonome.
No, you have to add Ida-kun manipulated her into pulling the trigger to do all this, right?
No.
No?
No.
Oh,
because you're thinking of the D code, which is important, but that's within the internal simulation.
Yeah. And this is like the Professor Older, like, not.
I'm talking about genetic engineer Shinonome, the one that we saw the video log of. She was the one who, like, way back when they first started the project, like there was still something happened with Ida, right? Like, you're correct. Like, Ida still did something. But then Shinonome was the one who was like, I'm gonna fuck up the code.
Because Ida lied to me and I'm not the most important person to him. So yeah, okay. So yeah, all right.
So is she really the ultimate evil here? Because like 426 was like a bad guy in the sense of like, he knew that none of this mattered.
Yeah, but like, and once again, his intentions were good, but the way he was going about it was bad. Like, everyone perceived themselves to have been real, like, right? So
correct. And I mean, ostensibly, they are real. Like, Miwako is just as valid as anybody else. It's just that she never actually had a meat body.
Yes, but so he went around shooting people, and they were like, "You can't be doing this," and he knew, right? So after maybe some time, he realized, I can't do it like this, and then that's what the most recent loop was, right? Where that's how he went about.
So is that how they explain how the Sentinels are able to exist at all? Because the Sentinels, in reality, are a complete physical impossibility. Like, a machine that heavy would not be able to move, period. Especially not in a humanoid way. So like, that's why the Sentinels are able to exist, because it's a video game simulation?
Yeah, it's just because it's a video game. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Well, so I have another follow-up question. This is just kind of thinking about stuff. Let's say you existed in that base where all the all 15 pods were, right? If you're silently standing in the middle of the room, because remember, the video feed that we saw of them from inside the cockpit of their Sentinels was actually just them in their pods, right? But they're still talking to each other. So if you're standing in the middle of that room with the 15 pods, are you just hearing, okay, everybody, we're going to be all set. Just make sure that we go fast. You know what I mean? Like, are they all just, like, shouting at each other from inside the pods? Because the video feed is supposed to be them inside the pods, and those are real, right? The pods are real.
Well, the last one we saw, I think, was supposed to be from Kurabe's perspective.
Yeah. And everybody else had already left.
Then we transferred. Yeah, and then we just transferred to, third person point of view, I guess.
No, right, but that's what I'm saying though, right? Is the video feed from inside the pods was reality, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
I think so.
I mean.
Well. I mean, I don't know. What else would you like to because I could talk about, like, my overall feelings. Do you want to look at something specific?
Well, in a way, they're all at fault. Moimura caused the end of the world. That is true. Goto ordered A to kill. A exploded the power source. Ogata, Hijiyama, and all the others kill each other.
Killed each other.
Yeah. Gives up on humanity after that, and after Ida rejects her. I mean, well, no. Okay, so I want to point out. Like, I understand. Like, you're saying that everybody had a hand in the end of the world. First off, I will say Moimura is a lot more involved with the direct end of all humanity than I was initially anticipating. I don't remember. Why did Moimura had to work with, like, shady characters in order to get Project Arc off the ground, right? Because they needed, like, an exorbitant amount of funding or whatever. Because, like, Shinonome is the reason why the simulation is all fucked up. Moimura is the reason why humanity in real life got all fucked up. But then it's Goto and A that result in Project Arc fucking up. So actually, yeah. So I guess there are 4 bad. A bunch of
snowballs, right? That's like, yeah. There's a lot of bad, yeah.
Because Ogata and Adult Himbo guy and
there was, like,
Izumi.
4 couple different parts, right? There's the simulation part. There's, like, 2188. I'm kind of viewing that a little bit differently, where it's like
I agree. I think that's a different thing.
And that's then there's original like humanity kind of section. Yeah,
which was destroyed by the nanomachines.
Yeah, so it's like first part is Moimura, second part seems like Ogata and Hijiyama, and the last part. I mean, Shinonome still was part of that as well. But
Shinonome fucks up the third part, which would be the simulation, and the fourth part is fine. Like, they end up saving the day. But
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to give your overall thoughts, go for it.
Okay, I would. I think I could give it like a 9. This game. Obviously, I think they are like really masterful at like a lot of like twists, a lot of like revealing information, a lot of like, I mean, it's like bonkers. Like it's
an insane story.
World, yeah, story and all that. So I think they've done a relatively good job at, I guess world building. We already talked about how a little bit of it is like, and this is why it's a 9 out of 10, not a 10 out of 10, where it's like a little bit of the world building is kind of like, I mean, I guess, whatever. Like 90% of the characters I liked. And in terms of like, personality, whether or not we care for them. So like most of them were really developed well.
I feel like most of the characters were either just kind of milquetoast or good. There was only like maybe 2 characters that I actively disliked, which is very impressive for such a large game.
And I didn't play the battle system. I think the battle system was pretty good.
Battle system was fine. Serviceable.
Like the last one, especially like just having everything like just like barrage, like that was fun to kind of watch.
Just shooting off missile rain every fucking half second was really cool.
I'm just on Golden Eyes. I've heard they initially had planned campaigns for Tamao and Okino, but they were scrapped, and Tamao gets offed early on, and Okino gets lumped in with Hijiyama. I'm okay with how Okino is currently, but I do kind of wish they had a little for Tamao. Oh, actually, we can bring this up. So that's like my overall positive about that, the game so far. My biggest negative, as we are well aware, is that, and it's a big negative because it's like you messed up in my eyes a character of this game. It's one thing to be like, okay, the world building's kind of like a little annoying, but like an actual character of this game just sucks in my eyes. Like I actively,
and it's not even just that it's not even just that Megumi sucks. It's that clearly they want you to like her a lot because like she's one of two characters that gets full like naked body art.
Yeah,
right?
Towards the end, and it's like, because it's like there's a bit like personality. I can like dislike. I didn't like love all of Tomi, but I was like, okay, whatever. She's like a little
she's
bit
fine, right? And she works really well when playing off of Ogata.
Yeah. So, but it's like Megumi's whole storyline, I really hated as well. Just
was
like
utterly vapid.
And Golden Wise, hopefully you can get your opinion on this too, because when me and Zach were talking about it, I would have loved to have had Tamao-san instead of Megumi. And 100%. I feel like it would have made more sense story-wise, because I would have loved to have and this doesn't exist currently in game, but I would have loved to have maybe had a connection between Izumi and Tamao, because there is a little bit of a connection already with the fact that Izumi was left with Tamao-san. And I think they could have done something where they could have added it on, and maybe Tamao is actually his like grandmother or something in like the 2188, and it would have just worked so much better. And I feel so bad to say that like this is one of the reasons why it's not a 10 out of 10 is because I actually really hate Megumi.
Like I had said it before, and I'll repeat it here. I was genuinely expecting that Universal Control was going to have a personality, and that the personality was going to be Tamao. I fully expected Tamao's like brain to have been projected into Universal Control, and then that was going to be like a big reveal where it's like, oh, it was actually Tamao the whole time. But like, no, she actually just kind of doesn't get anything in the whole story, and that's weird because she's one of the 15.
No, and in addition, Golden Wise, the only like Megumi, literally the only connection they have, like she has to the rest of the group, is that Juro saved her from being like, and she was like, oh, the daughter of like another person. You could have asked that. I'm not kidding. You could have asked that. Tamao, who has infinitely more connection to the story, didn't get anything.
Like,
really?
There must be. I don't even know how to describe it properly. There must be some sort of inspiration. She's not even part of the project. There must be some sort of inspiration behind that decision to make her just some random person's child. And it's not a random person as in they were like unimportant. It was just like, I don't know. There was like a multitude of people who existed in this project, and then Megumi's real biological dad is like on the outside of the ship, and it's like, oh, we're infected. It's like it was something crazy. Yeah, it was like something crazy where it's like, oh, you're infected by the nanomachines. Oh, but my daughter isn't. Can you take her? And it's like, it's true, she's not. So it's like, so I think it was supposed to represent like she was the ultimate innocence, right? Because everybody else had the nanomachines, and everybody else was like a full-ass adult that was doing their own thing. But at the same time, it's like, who cares? Like, I don't know. She's just weird.
How does that translate to romance at all? Like, whatever. Maybe I could accept that Juro ended up feeling a sense of like joy that like Megumi is alive and is still existing.
Yeah.
But like the connection to like him being like, oh, I love you. I'm like, that's not believable. I do not believe that.
It's also not even the thing where it's like, so Izumi. And it's, to be fair, it's a different person, right? Like Juro Karabe and Juro Izumi are different people. But Juro Izumi has a definite like, I'm going to protect you right? Like he actively says that like multiple times in flashbacks, which makes more sense because that's like the relationship that we are shown. But then the Juro Karabe doesn't have that, and it makes sense because he's a different person. But like that, because Juro Karabe is the one that we see for the majority of the story, that connection doesn't make any fucking sense anymore, right?
No, because it's like 80% of the time, and sure, you can be flustered around like hot like chick, I guess, but it never appeared to me that he ever actually really liked her. It felt more like he was actually uncomfortable with her because she kept
like she was really forward
around her. Yeah, and like she kept on talking about really crazy. I'm trying to like put myself in his shoes. Like she keeps on talking about crazy things. She keeps on trying to like make food for you.
Shoot me with a gun.
Like, no, she like if you remember. Like, what is it? Karabe was actively trying to get away from her. That's why he went to Amaguchi's, because he's like, I don't want to go back home because
I don't want to go back home. Correct.
Yeah, and so, like, genuinely, it's like, this is the only stain on this game.
I think it's even worse because most of the time she was manipulating Karabe. Very true. Because not only was she teaming up with Kat in order to try to get his memories back to being Izumi's, but she was also trying to, like, remind him of like who he used to be because that's who she was in love with. I don't know. It's just it's very strange.
Love with Zach didn't even love her. I think fully, like the old Izumi. Like he didn't even.
No, he did. No, he did. He said it twice.
Was it love or was it about like protecting her?
I don't. Saba, is there a difference when the character says "I love you"? That's you have to take that at face value.
Okay,
he's like actively dying from his fucking nanomachines being overloaded, and one of the first things he decides to do is say "I love you." So he definitely loved her. The Izumi did.
It's just
she's not good. She's not a good character. She's not a good character, and it's not a good narrative.
What bothers me even more is that she's attached to like he's not the main character, but she's attached to the first character you see and the main person you see right at the end.
Correct.
And I'm just like, that actually just made me mad. It just frustrated the hell out of me. And like, she does not deserve to be in this game.
I was thinking, this is like a tangent, but I was thinking that it would be really funny at the very last scene where Okino is like, I can choose to be whatever I want in here. And obviously that's to imply that, they shifted gender or whatever. I thought it would have been hilarious if they did a phase transition and Okino turns into the fucking sorceress from Dragon's Crown.
Oh my god!
and Himbo goes, oh! Like that would have been really funny. But
so besides Megumi, there wasn't really anything that I was like, this is a fatal flaw.
Well, the other that I didn't like, I did not like the cat, but that's the other half of her narrative.
Yeah, so it's like I'm lumping that in with her
because she's like even
to be manipulated by a thing.
Even Shiba, who Shiba is 426, right? Like Shiba is 426 is the cat. Like they're all the same person.
Yeah.
Shiba's motivations and actions make more sense than the cat's. And it's like
forcing everyone. Oh, yes, because remember how we were like, the cat's objective is to force everyone to go into
battle.
The thing, but I think it also said but it also like unlocked their like potential or whatever.
It allowed them to do the video game upgrade. It essentially allowed them to access to the upgrade menu, which was very important, admittedly.
So that latter half, sure, whatever, I guess. But it didn't feel like that was the main thing I remember. Like the cat was like, this is gonna force them to be a part of like the battle, which you and me talked about. We're like, I'm 90% sure they all would have battled anyway. Like I don't understand like the whole. We're gonna
like it feels almost like a retcon. It feels like they wrote the cat to be a bad guy, like they wrote 426 to be a bad guy, but then it's revealed that 426's actual motivation is like, oh, well, you're gonna need to get upgrades so that way you can beat the robots. But at the same time, the robots are then upgrading themselves in response to the players upgrading themselves.
If you think about it, Zach, could it have literally been because they were like, well, we want you to feel bad for Megumi because clearly she's being manipulated by this cat.
But then she acknowledges that. She says it in her campaign that like, oh, the cat is trying to trick me, but I don't care. I love Juro. And it's like, then fuck you. Like, she says that before the end. Like, that's not even, like, the big reveal at the end that she knew the whole time. No, she just straight up says, like, super early, like, yeah, I know he's tricking me, but I don't care. I love Juro.
I don't know.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Yeah, her whole plot storyline, the only thing that mattered in that was, oh, I need to, we want to give you, like, a way to, like, what is it? Like, limiter removal. We want to provide you, like, with the tech to, like,
to be able to upgrade yourself, which admittedly was extremely important, right?
No, that's
like,
good.
Could you imagine that final mission with no upgrades? Like, holy fuck.
No, 100%. That's the only bit that mattered, and I feel like they could have done that better. I feel like they could have.
I feel like they definitely could have done that better.
It's once again in my mind, I'm like imagining that you have one person dedicated to each of like the people narratively, and I'm like, whoever wrote Megumi's, just know you should have fired that person.
I would say so. You said 9 out of 10. I'm actually going to be a little bit more harsh, I think. And who knows? Maybe like as I sit on this and kind of think about it more or whatever, maybe it will be. Maybe I'll soften my opinion on this. I actually kind of not that I didn't like this. Once again, it's just like I don't like the idea that the end of the game essentially just throws everything out the window. In terms of like the vast majority of what happened in the narrative does not fucking matter in the long run because it's all a simulation. And it's like, yes, I understand that the simulation was never intended on repeating and looping that many times, and I understand the idea that it's like, oh, it's all falling apart or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, there's so many events, like so much of the, like, because what? We're on episode 16, 2 hours into episode 16. So that's fucking like almost 50 hours of gameplay that we got into this game, which was a good game, but it's just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of sucks to be like, oh, it was all a dream.
Like the journey, like how I'm thinking about it, it's like from where we started and how we experienced the game, it's like I think we enjoyed almost every step of what we were experiencing.
I fully agree, but then I hate the fact that it trashes that at the end for me.
Well, I think for you, it's that being like it's a simulation is like like you don't like that per se. I'm like whatever, I guess. Like it is what it is, I guess. And that's why I was like,
I'm still gonna say 8 out. I think I'm still gonna say 8 out of 10. I was gonna say 7 out of 10, but like you are right. Like I loved almost every minute of this. Like obviously Megumi's campaign notwithstanding, like almost every session that we played of 13 Sentinels, I was excited to do. Even the ones that were just combat, which is a little bit of a slog, was like still great, you know? It's just the, I don't know. It's just weird because it's like for example, obviously the characters don't know this, right? But I want you to describe to me. That's fair. I can understand why, I can say why you really enjoy the reveal. Wouldn't enjoy the reveal. Yeah. So let me ask you, Saba. Ogata's campaign. What happened in Ogata's campaign? And I don't mean like moment to moment. I mean like what was the purpose of his campaign?
I want for actually this is an important thing I was thinking about as well. Was that Ogata in particular? Why did it matter who we learned who had the decode?
It didn't. It literally did not. Right?
That did not. So Ogata
like it literally never fucking came up that Nat-chan was the commander or whatever.
Yeah, there was no so this I will give to you as well. Ogata's really didn't like, unless you want to claim that it really reinforced, but it wasn't even the same thing. It was a simulation within a simulation, literally.
Exactly. Yes.
But yeah, Ogata's was kind of like not really. It didn't have substance.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if we were to sit down, and we won't do this, but like if we were to sit down and look at all of the campaigns and actually put forward, like literally just 2 buckets, mattered in the end, didn't matter in the end. I think there's a lot more in that actually didn't matter at all.
Well, I know Ogata's didn't matter.
Well, what about like A's campaign? What the fuck happened in A's campaign?
it's gonna be kind of hard to remind myself. You can even go on like the screen. You can switch to A if you want, and we can kind of like you can quickly pull through it. But A's talked about like what originally happened with like you learn about what is it?
We learn about the murder.
Yeah, the murder of Moimura and what she did. A's campaign was kind of like interesting in an unusual way because it was very much like this could have been they were trying to make an interesting
infinite
archetype of an experience where it's like this is an amnesia character who's trying to remember. So it was less vital to the story, but more of a unique player experience to go through his campaign. That I could probably believe. There was
I'm not gonna lie though, that's a really cool final event to have occurred. The probes infinitely replicate, thus meaning that humanity will never not do this. Like, I don't know. It's not to just keep repeating myself, but it's just like I think this game is great, but I'm not left with a. Do you remember the reason why we were playing this at all? I played Unicorn Overlord, and I fucking loved that game, and I was so flabbergasted that I was like, Saba, we gotta play 13 Sentinels, because I heard it's also really good. If we had done this...
this is a feat in of itself.
No, fully agreed. However, maybe it's just because I'm exhausted, I don't know, because this was a long time. This was 16 episodes. But, like, I don't, like, if we had done, if this had been in the other direction, like, if I had played this on my own and then did Unicorn Overlord on stream, I don't think I would have. I don't feel excited to play the next Vanillaware game. I'm just kind of like, all right, that was a thing that happened. It was a good thing that happened.
I will say, it's, like, parallel to what you're saying, is that this was, like, because it was such a unique and, like, big experience, I'm, like, it does leave me a little fatigued. I'm like, I don't know if I could handle something of this caliber, like, relatively soon again.
Absolutely not. And I mean, like, Saba, get hyped, because the next thing we're doing after this is Potionomics.
Oh my god.
So get hyped. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I want to say more, but, like, there's nothing very complex story on purpose.
No, yeah, and I mean,
like some of the campaigns, some of the campaigns were so good though. Like I love Tomi's campaign so much.
Like Natsuno's was kind of fun. Like
Natsuno's
a lot of them,
great. Natsuno's felt awesome.
A lot of them were really unique experiences, and like I said, I think I've given it a higher score just because I think the episode by episode, the way we were interacting with like the narrative, the way we were like, I think it was just very top tier. So it's just it's really like I don't regret playing it. I think this is like one of those things where it was like mind blown after mind blown. Like even speaking to people, I don't even know how I would explain this game to people. Like I genuinely, I'm like
because you can't, right? It's kind of like how you can't really talk about Outer Wilds without spoiling it. So you're just like, oh, just trust me, right? Where it's
that's even the thing. I can't even really like. What is the premise? Like, if you were to be like, this is a game about blank.
Let me think about that for a second.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you need to think about it for like a hot second because.
It's funny. How do you recommend this game to someone? You have
that's exactly
the only way. The only way to recommend this game to somebody without getting any sort of details is. Okay, no, you know what? I think I have it. So for number one, have a stream where the other person is forced to play whatever you tell them to, so they have to be here every Sunday. That's number one. That's the first way that you force someone to play 13 Sentinels.
That is
the
true.
second way is I think you could very reasonably. I think you would have to lead by lying. I think you would have to say that this is a game about, it's like a Japanese, like, visual novel RPG where you are doing 13 parallel stories about an alien invasion. And because that premise on its own is what the game initially presents to you. You don't mention time travel. You don't mention teleporting. You don't mention any of that. You say it's about an alien invasion where teens are in robots fighting them in giant robots, right? You would have to lie. Well, so GoldenEye said it's a game about time travel. I think you don't tell them that. I think you tell them that it's about aliens because that would be the first quote-unquote revelation. Is that, oh my god, it's about time travel. Oh my god, it's not about time travel. Oh, never mind, it's about nothing. It's about learning Japanese culture, apparently. Which I will repeat, by the way. Apparently, all 15 people that survived at the end of humanity were all from Japan. All 15.
Also, why would you separate people into learning about different cultural times? Why not just have one uniform cultural time so everyone can relate to each other?
So my only assumption is that we must have just seen where they wanted their perspective to be from, if that makes sense. Right? Where it's because remember, Miura was a historian, right? So he chose post World War II Japan for whatever reason, just because he found it really fascinating.
Could be preservation of history too, right? It's the more if you have people coming from different eras, the more information you'll have. I don't know whether or not
more perspectives and stuff. Sure, but it is just kind of because I don't know. We never really get to see any of the culture from the future because it doesn't exist, right?
It's not they crashed that first, so they're like, we don't have to make that. You don't have to see that.
Right. Vanillaware doesn't have to declare what society is going to be like in the next 80 years. I mean, that's smart. Okay, cool. We never actually get to see what life is like. We get to see what architecture is like, but that's about it, right? And it's just yeah, I don't know. Would I even recommend this game to somebody? Who would I recommend this to? I would recommend this game to anybody who's a fan of Vanillaware, 1,000,000%.
This is definitely a game I would recommend on this is a good quality game, but then there's a step after that being would a person I don't think I would tell Adrian to play this
oh no,
game,
Adrian would never play this. No, but I mean there's a difference, right? I would recommend Outer Wilds to almost anybody, right? Because it's listen, I just play it, right? This game, it's no, you need to be a special type of person. I think
for Outer Wilds, at least for me, I would only obviously the broadband the width is higher, but I wouldn't recommend Outer Wilds to everyone if I know how they play games. If someone just skips through dialogue, I'm no, I'm not giving you Outer Wilds because it's not even. And obviously, there's a thing about I can't force everyone to appreciate something in the way I appreciate it, but in that case, I'm just you wouldn't get it. The impact it's supposed to have will fall short, and then I know we'll all be disappointed and angry about that.
I think I would only recommend this game to somebody who plays RPGs or JRPGs and I know has actual taste. If their favorite RPG/visual novel is Danganronpa, no. They will never have the patience to think about this. You know what I mean? It's just it's not telling me what the answer is. But I don't know, the game is kind of impenetrable in almost every angle that I'm thinking about it. Complex story, brain hurting. I mean, yeah.
That's part of the experience. That's part of the fun of this game is because it's just so it's blasting you left and right, and your brain hurting.
Sci-fi mumbo jumbo. Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. And that's and even because I'm not the specifically sci-fi girly, but I could still appreciate how crazy this was, I guess.
There's a lot of concepts in here that I think were I didn't expect nanomachines. I can't believe that the actual pieces of technology that ended up so actually teleportation never existed. Teleportation was purely from the simulation, right? So in actuality, the only actual technology that existed was cloning, nanomachines, and interstellar travel. Those are the and then also like AI.
No, there's like AI, yeah, and like
so like with
reality.
those four inventions, you could hypothetically recreate this simulation, I guess, kinda.
Yeah.
Also, the idea that a video game was advanced enough to simulate 1.2 million people is like insane.
With like perfect AI, with perfect
exactly
AI.
right, like near human intelligence AI. It's like, okay, whatever you say. Because I mean, I know we talked about that when it came up, but like that the couple pieces of AI generated art that are in this game, which is like purposefully supposed to make it look like, oh, that's not quite right, because it's not, right? Like, it's because it's simulated.
Yeah. What's funny to me, real fast, is that doesn't Yuki-chan know Natsuno is her daughter?
I don't remember she saw that log. I don't remember who saw that log.
Because that if she doesn't, like, that's really funny.
If she doesn't know, like, because she has a kid with she has a kid with Amagamaguchi, and it's like, wow, it looks almost exactly like you, and it's like,
and I'm like,
no shit.
That's dramatic irony. I don't. Did Yuki literally not know that point? Because that's really funny.
Like, I don't remember who saw that log, but yeah, she just must not have known. Because even in that last moment, she says, like, yeah, she looked just like you from when we were a kid. Even if she knows it doesn't really matter to her at that point. Well, Golden Wise, I think you misunderstand. We're not saying whether or not it matters. We're saying that her comments at the end, like, it seemed less tongue-in-cheek and more like she genuinely did not know that they had blood relation.
Yeah, and that's why not like her daughter looks like Natsuno. It's like, well, that obviously.
It's like, yeah, no duh, because Natsuno is 50% you.
Yeah, as Natsuno is your daughter. Yeah,
right?
The point of it mattering or not is technically.
Like, you know what she should have said, because what Yuki says is like she might as well have been your daughter too, and it's like, well, I don't know if I had anything to do with that. You shouldn't have said that. You should have said she could be your sister.
Yeah, or it's like you could have just said she looks just as cute, so, like, you could say she looks the same as you as like a kid, but whatever
That's what she
wording
said.
she had said that. No, I know, but there was an additional wording where we were like, what? Why would you say that? Like you don't know. Whatever that wording was, remove that.
Well, she said something along the lines of like, she looks just like you did when we were kids. That's what she says.
Maybe. But... yeah.
No, but either or. So I mean, once again, I'm glad we played this, because this game was absolutely 100% worth the time that we put in, and it was definitely a lot of fun. But at the same time, it's like, I just feel weird, because it's like, yeah, I don't think I would ever recommend this to someone. Like, straight up, I think it would just be
very specific.
I think it would be an extremely like hyper specific person, or it would be somebody who's a huge fan of Vanillaware stuff. You know?
And it's weird, and it's not like it's like a weird, not entirely negative thing. It's because this game is just so complex and interesting that it would just be lost on someone who'd like, they would, in essence, if we put someone that didn't like, I don't want to say deserve, that wouldn't understand what this game's about, it would be kind of like wasting their time. Which, like, neither party deserves to have that be put on them, whether or not.
Like, I firmly believe that this game is best digested in a group. Because, like, if I was playing this alone, or if you were playing this alone, and we didn't get those moments where we could just pause and discuss what the fuck just happened, I think this game would be... I think it would be like swallowing rocks.
It'd be very hard. It's less... I would say it'd probably be, like, less fun. Yeah, I think it'd be more fun with all... Like, we're both together, we're, like, going insane. Being like, what the frick?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, stuff, like, crazy shit happens, and I'm like, what the hell is even that? And you're like, I don't know, keep going!
You know? I definitely think this deserved to win. I think that... Because it won the narrative category, and, like... what was it, one of the Game Awards. So it's like I definitely think that
it definitely deserves that 1,000,000%.
And at least for something, I guess I could tell you in terms of, because you were like more negative towards, like I do think I was like closer to you, and then they had like the epilogue, and I was like, okay, like I feel better about it. I think the way they wrapped, like they were very much, it was way more positive towards the end, which I think helped make up a little bit for like my negativity. I'm like, oh, this is kind of just the simulation.
Sure. Yeah, because
so
I mean, like going back into
the
the simulation to show that the simulation does still matter is interesting, I suppose. And the idea of like, all right, over the next however many years, we're gonna like try to fabricate new bodies for all the AI is like,
I think it's
okay.
a positive that they had that, because it's like, what is it? The girl's name, chubby girl's name, Miwako. Like bringing me, because Miwako. That's what I was trying to say. Like Miwako, I think was literally the only character. I guess you.
Well, you got the cop guy too, right? The detective.
Oh, Oni. Yeah, Oni. I feel like okay, 100%. So Miwako, I think. I was like, I would have felt really bad if we couldn't have gotten Miwako back. Now that you say the Oni guy, that would have been so much more fun if you brought the Oni guy a little more into it, because we kind of just forgot about him.
Well, because he was only really important for Yuki's story, right? Like he was a B-list character in hers, and then like came up like once or twice.
And Golden, maybe I don't know if either of us would remember. Was he a part of anything from 2188? Because I thought I remember hearing his voice. Maybe
he's AI.
He's okay. He's just AI.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, it would have been cool if he had shown up.
He's not. I mean, he's not part of the 15.
No, and that's yes.
So he wouldn't. So like he wouldn't have anything to do with 2188.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway, I mean, it's just like it's interesting. It's and I mean, you're right. I'm probably just like this is what I say, where it's just like, ask me again in like 3 weeks or something after I've had a while to like sit on this or whatever and see whether or not like I still.
Well, we just went through the whole ending, right? So it's like we just had like all of the last bit of information pushed at us. So I definitely think time to digest and like think about it as a whole.
Still an 8 out of 10. Still very much worth doing. An incredible Sunday stream game. Like, could you imagine if we had tried to do this on Saturdays?
No way.
God,
that would have been crazy.
Well, actually, you know what? I don't think we would have made it past seeing Titty Monster the first time. I think Grant Adrian would have just like never let us move forward. I do want to point out, I think it's really funny that Ogata is the only character twice that talks about tits.
That is really funny.
Not only does he call him out on Miura, but then also he's like, wow, you used to look like this? Thank God you filled out. Like, what a fucking shit-ass thing to say.
Well, he is kind of like that, which I just, once again, it's like a funny characteristic of his, and it's just, okay, you're an idiot, but sure.
I guess that's it.
Once again, 8 out of 10 game, 9 out of 10. It did pretty good.
It's still very good. Still very, very good.
Yeah, it did pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to think now. So now I can finally take my Switch out of this dock and put it back on my TV so I can play Metroid Prime Remaster. Yay!
Yay!
All right. You wanna wrap up stream, I guess?
Yeah, I may have like a separate like comments I want to make on my end just for like posterity's sake, but yeah, I'm ready to wrap it up at least with you.
Well, I mean, are you just gonna? Well, I mean, I wanted to talk to you for a bit off stream, is what I mean to say.
I mean, are you? I mean, if you want, you can just chill here as I like make.
Yeah, I'm
my
okay with that.
last comment.
Yeah.
Okay, because on my end, I was just gonna kind of run through like the characters and kind of like what I liked and what I disliked.
I mean, do you not want me to stream for that, or?
You can. It was just I was gonna kind of like run through it kind of quickly and then just be like overall.
Before you do that, I want to say shout out, thank you very much, Golden Wise, for sticking around.
100% Golden Wise.
Super valuable. Really appreciated you being here. It was awesome. Thank you so much. But yeah, anyway, sorry. Take it away, Saba.
So I just looked up, and I'm not gonna do obviously everyone, but I just looked up the characters for this, and I'm gonna go through the list. A's character, kind of just amnesiac. but he clearly had like kind of like a cool kid personality. He's like, I'm like neutral on him. He's clearly, obviously, backstories. Everyone has got a lot going on, which I think is really cool. Him in relation to Fuyusaka, like their romance wasn't like super apparent.
But it's exactly what I said, right? Where she's like, "Oh my god, every time I see him, it makes my heart race," and I was like, "It's because he killed her, right?" And it's like, that was true, but that was true 20 million years ago.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I will say, I still thought it was more believable than Megumi.
Oh, 1,000,000%. Fully agree.
Yeah. For some reason, they put Iori Fuyusaka twice. Iori, I thought she was I liked her more early game than latter half of the game, I think. Like, early game, there was some interesting stuff, and we were, like, still missing a lot of information. More latter half, it didn't really feel like she did much.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Her character kind of just existed to be the bridge between Minimura and Titty Monster. To be honest.
Yeah, and like, or ironically, I guess, more of our attention was kept with Moimura and Minimura.
Yes. Yeah.
Like those, like Iori in the middle kind of just got lost. Like, and I already kind of talked about the relationship she has, so that's fine. Jiro Kurabe. Really like him. He's like the solid, like, protagonist hero kind of dude. Really complex with like Izumi /426. Really just like an all-around like good kid.
Well, because I agree, because it's like, it's interesting because it's like Jiro Kurabe as his own guy, kind of dull, but it's because he's actually like fucking 6 characters that it's like, actually that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
like
so
if Jiro Kurabe was more interesting, it'd be too much.
Like if I were to compare him to A, like A was more neutral in personality. Well, at least I can give Jiro, like Kurabe, kind of like a little bit more standard heroic, protagonist kind of stuff. We already talked about the relationship. Just X that, please. That'd be very nice. Keitaro Miura. I love Miura-kun. Personality of
Miura
like this
great.
older personality, and it's like super cute that he like blushes out a lot of stuff and very
like I
endearing.
love how flabbergasted he is. Like, because you can go back to that scene. I love how flabbergasted he is when he sees Natsuno in her running tights. He's like, oh my god, that's so much thigh, and it's like, really?
Yeah, so he's like one of my favorites, and I'm glad I like called it out like a little bit from the beginning, that I was like, I like his character, and I'm glad it followed through, right? Because I feel like I would have been so pissed if I was like, I like this character, then it would be utter trash.
Yeah.
So yeah, positive on him. Obviously, Megumi Yakushiji, just I hated her.
Yeah,
like,
we literally already talked about her.
And we already talked about her relationship. Oh, real fast. Keitaro Miura's relationship to Natsuno is cute.
Yeah, I think it's cute.
It's not too complex. It's just cute.
I'm assuming she's on your list somewhere. I really like Natsuno as a character. I talked about it while we were doing her. I talked about it while we were doing her campaign, but she's just like really happy-go-lucky. You know what I mean? Like, she's just really, like that, like, not super high energy to where she's like annoying, but like high enough energy where she's like, I want to be helping people, and it's like, that's great. I compared it like very Karlak energy in that way, where it's like kind of dumb, but it really endearing.
I will say it's still relatively positive, and I'm a little less positive. I think it's because I think I do like the happy-go-lucky part, but there was some points where I'm like, you're being oblivious, like you're so oblivious about this, but then in another time she's like, or like she, and we commented on this, like where she was like, she's so curious about everything, but there was at one point where she was like, I'm just gonna let this go, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you were...
Well, because it's like, it's because like the thing was that she, within the context of the simulation, had already been wildly predisposed to believing sci-fi narratives because she wanted it to be real, right? So it's like, okay, so that makes sense why she just immediately like kind of latches onto BJ and assumes everything he says is real. But you're right, like there's a couple times where like, I don't know, like she'll encounter something and she's just like, okay, and it's like, what?
So, you can say charmingly stupid, but I think Karlak's smarter than her. Like,
well, yeah. Well, I mean, Karlak's also like 30 something.
but yeah, but overall, I mean, I'm still relatively positive on her. She's not one of my favorites, but like relatively positive. Nenji Ogata.
I love Ogata. I think Ogata's
I love Ogata.
awesome.
He's like one of my favorites. Obviously, he's like punk guy who's got a soft side.
If you took the average, if you took the average of both main modes of like the story mode and the combat mode, I think Ogata has the highest average for me on both.
No, so he's pretty good. I like him a lot. I think maybe I could probably put him in my favorites category too. It's just one of those things where it's like himbo, who also has like an endearing soft side. With his relationship to Tomi, normally the relationships, I feel a little bad about these relationships just because it's like I could see like Tomi going to the point where she's just constantly belittling Ogata, and like that stuff would make me feel kind of bad.
Yeah, but they don't do that.
They don't do that, but I feel like I've seen a little bit of it where I'm
sure,
like,
you're projecting now though.
Well, no, from some stuff in game where I was like, oh, I felt a little bad that Tomi said that to him.
She was teasing him.
I understand. It didn't fall into like completely negative, so it's fine. But like his type of character in like relationship is like, what is it? Once again, the himbo who's like kind of got an adorable side to him. Amazing, fantastic. Moving on, Renya Goto. Goto's interesting. I'm more neutral on him. I think I liked the fact that he's such a calculating guy, but loving Moimura had such an impact on him.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting. Like if I had to say, like, to put it in like TTRPG terms, Goto felt like a DMPC because like there was almost no time that there was almost no time in the entire narrative that he was ever like caught off guard by something, I guess. Like he always had plans, he always observed exactly what he needed to observe. So it sounded like it was like the author's self-insert character almost in a way. But then you're right, because then he had that wrinkle of like, well, I fell in love with Moimura because them titties though. And it's like, you know, and it's like, okay, I mean, good for you.
He's a very different character than almost everyone else, which I think is kind of refreshing in of itself. Yeah. I feel bad he lost Moimura. I can't really say anything to that, so we're just gonna move on from that.
Except he can just get another one apparently, because like
maybe, but like the Moimura he liked was in love with Izumi,
right?
So he kind of, I'm like, sorry, buddy, Goto, you kind of got screwed over in the end a little bit. But yeah, moving on to Shinonome. The trope of I'm psycho because of love. Obviously, yandere exists in like, you know, the traditional.
Because she's yandere, and then also whatever the dere is, where it's like, oh, I'm hurt all the time. Like she's multiple at the same time. I could see why she would be like a fan favorite for like an Ava fan base. So it's like,
she's neutral, a little leaning towards negative, but I guess because of
she was one of the ultimate bad guys, so I wouldn't blame you for saying that.
Crazy over boy is one thing, but women literally destroying humanity over boy, I'm like, you're such an idiot. Like you're such an idiot. Like afterwards, she's like fine. She's like a normal-ish character once like she forgets everything. So that's why I'm like neutral, and then past Shinonome is like more negative, but not like as bad as Megumi. Shu Amaguchi, I liked him. He's not like my favorite. He's just fun, like charming flirt. I loved, and moving into like his relationship with Yuki-chan, I love their relationship. I think their relationship was one of my favorites.
Although I will say it is kind of disappointing that it's like at the end where it's like, you know, when they're doing the epilogue and it's like, oh, he's still flirting with other women.
That was kind of annoying. I was like, okay, really? Like,
it's like, brother, there's only like 6 women on the planet.
Yeah. Like him as a high school kid, sure, he's like living his youth. He's like flirting with like people, but like him falling in love with like Yuki-chan, like the delinquent, I was like, that's really cute and endearing. And him constantly like tease flirting her, and her kind of like being flustered or kind of like, no, I don't want to do this. Like that's super cute. Takatoshi Hijiyama. I liked him. He's like a combination of Mira and Ogata, but he's definitely not in like my favorite
Old-fashioned and also like himbo thug sort of. I think it's interesting. I know you probably didn't grok with it as much as I did, but I very much liked the dynamic with Okino. I found that I found that to be a very very unique sort of character dynamic in a way where it's very like charged. You know, their relationship with each other.
It is very charged. I will say once again, I just have like I don't necessarily have like
it
depends on how far teasing goes. No, it depends on how far teasing goes, I would say.
Oh no, Saba, Okino absolutely was emotionally and mentally abusive. Like
yeah, so that's the part that I am like a little annoyed at. But like obviously they're fine. I like them together if there wasn't all the like manipulation going on from like Okino's side, because I think I like Okino as like a character too, in terms of like his backstory is really valuable. Like he like super smart guy who's trying to like help in the back lines and not like get a lot of flack. I was like, he's a super interesting guy. Obviously not one of my favorites. I'm more neutral on him, but I think their relationship, with all the bad stuff aside, it was kind of really cute, especially seeing like their like past like the 2188 stuff. I was like, that's cute.
Well, it's interesting, right? Because like, and I do want to point this out, where it's like it's weird because like in a literal sense, it is emotionally and mentally abusive, the relationship that's portrayed on, you know, it like in what we see. But at the same time, it's also like that's kind of just how their dynamic works, because what's his face, Himbo doesn't leave, right? So it's like
I'm fine with teasing to a certain degree, right? So it's like if the relationship is teasing and
right, but then you remember that scene where Okino essentially like grabs his balls and says "come," you know, and it's like, okay, that's too much.
That I was uncomfortable with. Yeah, that's you're 100% true. That was too much for me.
Like that was a little too far. That was Okino being like, "You're gay." Well, kinda. Anywho.
Yeah, you could be bi, 100%. Yeah, okay. Moving on to Tomi Kisaragi. I liked her more in the first half, but then I liked her less. I'm more like neutral on her now, just because she started to like be like a know-it-all kind of character for me, and I was like, yeah. I feel bad for I like Ogata enough where I'm like, can you stop being such a jerk to Ogata? And like, because she's the type of character who once I think she falls in love, what is it, tsundere?
Yeah, a little tsundere. I can see that.
A little tsundere, and I'm like, oh my god, you're so freaking immature. I get like being like flustered, but it's like. But there's
also like a certain level of like you need to be able to rise to match the energy of your partner. And Ogata apparently is the type of person where even after you've been dating for 5 years, is too stupid to realize that he shouldn't call you flat-chested.
That's reasonable.
Like,
reasonable.
So in actuality, I think she's totally valid to be a little mean to him.
And once again, teasing to a certain degree. And that just may be also like a me thing. And I was just like, some comments, I was like, okay, I feel like bad. Like clearly he's obviously himbo stupid, right? So
he's like oblivious.
Yeah, like it goes to a certain degree. But yeah, so I'm like neutral on her. Last one, Yuki Takamiya. Positive, very positive. I like Yuki, delinquent character, headstrong, lover. Once again, her in relation to freaking Amaguchi, like their dynamic is so much fun.
I think that's the best relationship in the game. Well, no, that's not true. Because it's just weird because like my two favorite relationships were Ogata and Tomi, and then Amagamaguchi and Yuki. But both of them have problems, which I guess is just kind of how relationships work. But like,
I'll shift. My two top are Amaguchi, I think, and Yuki, except for once again, the last bit about flirting in the epilogue. I'm like, ugh, stop it, Amaguchi. Okay. Yeah. Besides that, they were really cute. And then I liked Mira and Natsuno's. I think the most interesting, fun one is Yuki's and Amaguchi's, but then the most kind of wholesome, cute ones is Natsuno and Mira.
Are you sure it's not Megumi and Karabe?
I will kill you right now. throw them away.
So yeah, and I don't really
technically
know
there's
if
one
there's
character left. Technically.
I guess I like Tamao. No one said anything about Tamao.
That's what I'm saying. It's like there's nothing to talk about because she didn't do anything.
what? Okay, and once again, I could bring this up, Golden Wise, too, for this Megumi. Tamao was like the motherly type. I really liked her character being like this motherly type that kind of like knew stuff. So I liked her. She just wasn't around a lot. And yeah, so I don't really want to. Everyone else has like multiple Moimuras. Those are all kind of like interesting. Blah blah blah. But there's like a lot of other characters here that I don't necessarily want to go to unless you can think of anyone that stood out in particular. Those are the.
There's a lot of NPCs that matter, like Ida and stuff like that. But it's like, the thing is that like the narrative is so complex that it's like trying to remember exactly what everybody was trying to do throughout the narrative is actually quite difficult. But at the same time, it's very easy to just like, I don't know. I just kind of like all the stuff that Titty Monster did. It's like, who cares? All the stuff that Ida did, it's like, who cares? Like because Ida didn't know this, but if Ida did what he wanted to do, which was reset the world in the way that he wanted, and then to live happily ever after, in actuality, what would have happened was the world would have reset one last time, and then they would have just woken up. Right? But he didn't know that, but that was his. That is what would have happened.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
They say this, and I mean, unironically, looking at like the supporting characters, right? Because I'm looking at the wiki for it. It's like Chihiro Moimura, child. Chihiro Moimura 1 loop ago. Chihiro Moimura 2 loops ago. Like, I'm like, no way would I be able to like remember any of,
who's
like,
who and like Chihiro Moimura, who's actually Professor Moimura. Like, Jesus Christ.
Crazy. But yeah, that's the 13.
Remember,
plus, like,
nanomachines are stored in the boobs. Just like evil, just like P.
But yeah, that's the 15 characters, not 13, that were technically the Sentinel people.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah,
13 Sentinels also just sounds better as a title. Could you imagine this game called 15 Sentinels and be like, oh my god, let me die.
But yeah, so that's the ending of that. Like I said, I've already given my other thoughts about it. So yeah, very cool.
Cool.
Like,
so
all right,
you want to end stream, and then I just wanted to, it was a different game, but I just wanted to talk about it for a second.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get my music on and then just close out on
sign
this.
off. So good night, everybody.
Right.
We'll be back on
Bye,
Saturday. Bye.